Okay guys, so today I am going live with a market update. As you know, it's the end of the month, so it's time to look at February and see what those numbers were for us. I'm excited. We're going to talk about what we've got on the market right now, what our average sale price is and was for last month, how much that has raised, how much it's taking for things to close, homes to close, and then also how long it's taking to get a contract. Whole bunch of numbers. Hopefully you like the numbers because this is going to be a lot of information that I'm just going to throw at you. I am, just like beforehand, I have all of these PDFs. I have a whole bunch of graphs that I have done for you, provided by our Board of Realtors, which is phenomenal, and we definitely appreciate that. But I'm going to have this below for you. Right now, I'm going through the numbers. I'm throwing everything out at you. However, if you want to actually look at the graphs yourself, which I highly suggest to do, those will be below of this video. They'll be below for you to kind of go through and see. So as you guys know, my name is Savannah Shepard, broker owner at SouthState Vision Realty, and I am here to serve you guys in our community. If you know of anyone looking to purchase a home, sell a house, invest in real estate, or of course, start in their real estate career, I'd love to help them in that journey. So let's go over some numbers. So I'm gonna at first just start and then I'm gonna go through the graphs with you. So right now, as of February 2021, it's the end of March. So as you guys know, I go over the beginning month. So next month we'll talk about March because I'm still getting that data in as homes close. Generally, it takes about 30 days for them to close before we can get that data. However, I do have February's data and that's what we're gonna go over now. So for February, our total closed sales was 357 homes. And in 2020, February 2020, we had 330. So 357 for this last month, and then 2020 was 330. So we still have quite a few homes more that have sold this past month, which is awesome. And just so you know, this is Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, and Northport. So these are all of Charlotte County, plus Northport is included. This is not Lee County. This is not DeSoto County. If you want those numbers, I can get them for you. But this video is just solely about Charlotte County's numbers. So we've got 350 homes that went on the market that sold. Then we've got 133 cash out of that. 133 of those were cash. We're going to talk more about that in just a minute. Average sale price is $255. $255 is your average sale price. Median sale price is $305. And as far as how much we've sold, 109 million. 22 days is the average time on the market before you get an offer. Again, all these numbers I'm going to talk through a little more detailed right now. I'm just going to throw the numbers out at you. Inventory is 397 homes currently in all of Charlotte County. All of Charlotte County, all of Port Charlotte, all of Punta Gorda, and all of Northport, the single family homes is 397. That's really, really low. This time last year, we had 4 times that in volume. We had over 1,200 homes on the market this time last year, and now I have 397 homes. So that number is huge, and I'm going to go into more depth, but that is, or it's not huge, really. That's what it is. But anyway, we've got 1 month of inventory left. That's as low as we've ever been. 1 month of inventory. So our builders are busy and so are our realtors. I can testify. So I'm going to go through those numbers in more depth. I just wanted to start by throwing them out at you. Very interesting. I'm excited to get into it. So let's talk first about as far as the amount of sales that we have right now. So 357. That's a great number. This time last year, we were at 330 homes sold this time in February. So that number has risen. However, our biggest problem is the fact that they're not available for us to purchase. And that's what we're going to be running into. What is very interesting to me is I want to show you this graph right here. This is cash sales. So I've heard this quite often. Oh my goodness, interest rates are so phenomenally low. They are. That is true. But it's interesting for me to see that when we look at our cash sales, they are phenomenally high right now. We've got 37% on our cash sales, whereas that number is normally a lot lower. So we've got a lot of buyers that, although they obviously can get a loan, are switching to cash. in order to purchase homes. And if you're a real estate agent, if you're someone that's looking to sell your house, you know this firsthand because I'm sure you received a lot of cash offers. And I have a feeling this number is only going to go up. So yes, interest rates are phenomenally low. And if you don't have cash, you should definitely get an interest rate. You should definitely get a mortgage. But at the same time, if you're going and purchasing a home and you're in multiple offers, I would just kind of put something out there to you. It may be wise for you to do an all cash offer. And as soon as you close, as a cash buyer, you will not have essentially any closing costs aside from a home inspection. Go ahead and close and then refinance the property and get a mortgage on it because that's going to secure the home for you. Cash is always king. As a seller, cash is always king. So get a cash offer together if possible and put a mortgage on it after the fact would be an option I would definitely want to consider in a market like this. And obviously people are doing that because our cash sales are showing that in the market itself. So we are at over 37% cash offers. So we're about 60% with a loan and about 40%, 37% that are doing cash. Another interesting number, the median. So we've got our average and median. Of course, you know those are going to be a little bit different. I'll go over both of those today with you. But our median for all of Charlotte County, you can see right here, right now we're in February 2021. So 255 is our median, which is up 13%, not from last year, from last month. So that's how quickly these prices are going up. And obviously it comes right down to the fact that we are very minimal on our homes that are available right now. So prices are constantly going up. But these numbers are going up, and it's interesting. I wanted to point out to you specifically, when you see right here in August versus July, we had a pretty big jump there. So we had about 10 grand from July to August. Our prices automatically went up about 10 grand just within that 30 days. And then we go to September to October, 20 grand. It rose about 20 grand. And since then, we've kind of wavered in between there at 250, 255 average price point. This time last year, we were closer to 200. So that's risen quite a bit, our average sale price. But we're also seeing each month pretty hefty jumps in that sale price. And the only reason I can't see that going away until one, interest rates go up, or two, our inventory, we have different ways that are going to help with that. So average sale price, again, we just went over a median. Our average sale price, same story. We're at 305, which is actually a 17% increase. So both of those are going up, and I don't see that stopping anytime soon. I think that will be pretty consistent for a while now. Going on to our dollar volume, we sold over 1 million. Last year it was closer to 70, so that's 30 million more. That's quite a bit, and this is just going off the month of February. This is interesting to me. As far as the amount, when you purchase your home, we're going to take an easy number, 300,000. So I purchased a home, or rather I put a house on the market for 300,000. What I would say is the rate that you actually got an offer versus what your house was listed for right now is 98%. That's surprising to me, and I completely understand. These numbers are very widespread. So these are the entire market for Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, Northport, all single family homes. I don't care if you have the oddest house on the block, it's including your house. So I do understand that, and that's why this number is looking this way. But right now we're at 98%. Again, if you're a real estate agent, if you're selling your house, you probably got over asking. You at least got asking, and you just got a phenomenal offer. That's where we're at. So everything I'm seeing is getting over asking. We're not really negotiating below that. However, we still do have a 98% number. So that is surprising to me. I have a feeling we'll see that start to go up. But again, like I said, these are just averages, the complete average, and that's going to be at 98%. I'll be curious to see that one next month when I hop on here live, and I have a feeling I'll have a higher number for you. However, 98% is still a very high number, so I certainly don't want to take away from the fact it's a high number. I just kind of thought it would be even higher than that. But medium time to sale, this is interesting. So one thing that we are dealing with, because we have so much inventory right now that is going pending, if we can get it active. It's going pending right away. We are experiencing some hefty delays when it comes to our lenders, when it comes to surveyors, inspectors, our title commitment. Everything is taking longer. Someone in this market, as a real estate agent, as a home buyer, as someone who's looking to sell your house, even as an investor, it is very important to note the process is taking longer. We all have to practice a lot of patience right now. Even my title companies are about 3 weeks. 3 weeks or 30 days to get a title commitment back. If you had come to me this time last year, I could have gotten you a cash deal closed in 10 days without any problem whatsoever. I can't do that anymore. Those days are gone. That's about triple the time I need now. So that is why this number is a little bit more than what it normally would be. So 69 days to sell a property right now. And when I say sell, I'm talking about we put it on the market, $300,000 house goes on the market, we get 10 offers, we get an offer that we just love for $315,000. It now goes pending, the time starts. From that pending date until closing is right now on average 69 days. And like I say, that number is high. Although you can see, oh, we'll close a loan in 30 days, no problem. That date is constantly being moved out because everyone's busy. So appraisers, title commitments, everything's being pushed back. So that's something in our market that I would tell you at a minimum are looking at 45 days. Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, tell yourself 2 months, be happy if it's 45 days. 30 days doesn't exist anymore. It just doesn't. And that's definitely something that we're seeing. So medium time to contract. I put the house on the market. How many days, how many weeks am I going to be looking at until I actually get an offer? On here, this one's coming up 22 days, essentially 3 weeks. By the time you put the house on the market and you get an offer, it's essentially about 3 weeks. Now I'm going to step away from these graphs and these statistics and numbers. This is facts, absolutely, I understand that. However, my everyday life, living in the real estate market, will tell you, be prepared for an offer day one. Unless you have a very unique house, you will more than likely have multiple offers right away. I've even encouraged sellers, go out of town for the weekend, enjoy yourself, because I'm going to show it all weekend long until I have multiple offers, and then we'll sit down and go through them together. So as a seller, I would tell yourself you also need to be prepared for an offer right away. Although the average is 22 days, I've experienced many times multiple offers first day on the market. So that can certainly happen. Now, let's talk about inventory. What is most important, and everyone's talking about it right now, biggest concern, and yet at the same time it's a good thing, but is inventory. We are at an all-time low. I started this video out telling you, I'm going to tell you again, I have 397 homes on the market. 397 homes. This time last year, I had 4 times that amount. Big difference, and that's what we're running into constantly. You want to buy a house right now. I just did a search from about 150 to 200, all of Charlotte County, all of Northport, all of Port Charlotte, and Punta Gorda. I have 5 houses on the market. 5 houses between 150 and 200. That's it. So we are extremely low. As a buyer, you get to choose. Do you want house A or house B? Otherwise, there's no options. And that's just the market we're dealing with right now. And that's definitely being seen in the facts here. But I've got 397 homes. So we are 67% low than what it was last year. And as far as months inventory, I'm at 1 month inventory. Last month, I came on here and told you we were at an all-time low. Every month when I give you these numbers, we're setting new records. And last month I told you we were at 1.3, and that's the lowest it's ever been. Back in 2005, our inventory hit 2.1, 2 months inventory on the market. No one else puts their house on the market. In 2 months, we will run out. That was the all-time low. I'm at half of that now, less than half of that. I'm at 1 month inventory. And you can see, last month I came on here saying, if you want to sell your house, please do it, because I have a whole lot of buyers that would love to buy it. And you can see where I was telling you that last month was at that 1.3, and now I'm at 1 month inventory. So this is something that is constantly going that direction, and I'm going to be very curious next month to see if we have less than a month. I mean, by all means, I can't tell you guys enough. If you even have a thought about selling, now's the time to do it. You're going to get an incredible price. You're going to put a family in a house because they can't find anything else. And at the same time, like I said, you'll be happy with a really good price on your house. So that is definitely what everyone's talking about. But another interesting fact here is closed sales by sale price. As you guys know, for our Charlotte County market, it's not, while it is, I would say it's an average market, we don't have a lot of high dollar homes, $1 million, over $1 million. You know, that's closer to Sarasota. You want to go down to Naples, Bonita, but our market here stays in that average price point. However, even our sellers market has even hit up to that direction. And last month, I had 17 over $1 million homes, 17 sell. Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, and Northport. Over 17 of them sell. That's 50% more than this time last year. So you can see that market is even hitting a seller's market. More of them are coming on the market. More of them are going quick, extremely quick, just like everything else is. But our biggest market right now is between 150 and 250. And I can tell you, as living in the market, 150 is really starting to not exist. Beforehand, you know, we could find prices at 150. It's starting to get closer to a 180 realm. There's really hardly anything on the market below that. I don't know if there is anything, to be honest. There might not be anything available. Unless you go into a condo, a villa, something of that nature. But a single family home, we are very, very limited. And we're starting to see 180 as the new low, not 150. So just keep that in mind if you're looking to purchase. As far as between 300 and 400, we still have 65 homes that went pending. So that's still a large bracket. So I'd say about 150 to about 400 is our biggest bracket. And then aside from there, it does become a smaller number, but we're still selling them. And they're still, as far as time on market, they're still selling right away with cash offers. So by all means, they're getting busy. So this is something I wanted to show you. Going off of that conversation, talking about that 150 amount, you can see on this graph right here, as far as our lows, I'll show you. So under 50 grand, obviously nothing exists. When you come 50 to 99, I've got 4. These are modular homes as well. 100 to 150, 12. But then at that 150 to 199, we've got a lot more. So that is picking up. And like I said, it's because it's closer to a 180 number. And that's why they're in that category. Aside from that, there's really hardly anything on the market. And again, this is February's numbers. So those ones that I just showed you, those are already pending anyway. They're not on the market anymore. So I'll be very curious to see what that number looks like. I have a feeling it'll be closer to like maybe 7 homes in March that hit the market under 150. I don't think we'll have anything more than that because our market is just changing. That's why I want to do market updates. Before I used to do them every 3 months. Not in this market. We need to be doing them every single month because the market is constantly changing. And while I keep myself very informed on these numbers, I want you guys to be able to have that information too. So by all means. Now, one more thing, and then I'm finished, is I wanted to go through a lot of questions on foreclosures, short sales, and what is happening in the market with those. So we're still on hold. All of our foreclosures, as you guys know, we keep pushing that date back on when we're going to foreclose, when the bank is even going to look at the files to see if a short sale is an option. So if you feel like you may be running into personally a problem like that, call your bank right away. Ask them if they're willing to look at a short sale, if they're willing to look at an offer, if you can bring it to them. By all means, I would do that. A lot of them aren't even willing to look at that right now. They're pushing the problem off until it has to be handled because they're not allowed to foreclose right now either. That date keeps getting pushed. But as far as last month foreclosures, so I told you we had 357 homes that sold. Out of those, almost all of them were just traditional sales, traditional homeowners just like you and I saying, hey, I want to put my house in the market, help a family, and at the same time get a good price for my house. So 351 of those were just traditional. I only had 5 foreclosures last month and 1 short sale. So like I say, those are very minimum. Even if you would have taken me a year ago, 2 years ago, in a completely normal market where we don't have this everyday huge change, those numbers are normally higher. I still have more foreclosures, still have more short sales. And the biggest thing is because they're in a pond right now and they're just holding them. The pond is getting larger, yes, but they're just holding them in there. They're not doing anything with them until they get permission to move forward with those foreclosures. So if you have any questions at all about any of this, I know it's a whole lot of numbers. I feel like I talk 100 miles an hour, but I want to get it all out without going over, going into an hour video. So any questions, comment below. Like I say, every week I keep up with this. I'm happy to answer questions. You can private message me. You can send me a text. All of my information's on here. I will have all of these. That way you can go through them in depth. I mean, this is so much information. I just kind of brief over it in these videos. That way you can have it and have something to listen to. But absolutely, I'll have it below for you. So you can look at this, you can have it all with you and kind of study it in depth if it's something that's interesting to you and that you're interested in. But hopefully that's helpful. There is our February update. Just a quick recap. Biggest things is that price change. The median and average price point, we're seeing this every month, keeps going up. Inventory keeps going down. We're at an all-time low on inventory. And the only other thing I'd kind of pull away from this is that we're starting to have a lot of cash buyers. So if you are in the buying market and you feel like you're just getting beat up over these offers, maybe think about switching over to cash if it's a possibility, refinancing afterwards. I get that. It's a low interest rate. Take advantage of it. But put a cash offer in, get your feet in the door, get the house you want, and then refinance afterwards would be my suggestion to kind of fix that problem. But hopefully that's helpful for you guys. As always, I love doing this. I love being able to go over this information. So I will see you next week. Have an amazing Wednesday.